Hello, I'm Sonia Contra, and I'll be presenting on why babies should be breastfed for the first 6 to 12 months of their lives. Did you know that all mammals, feed their offspring with breast milk? Some longer than others, but they all share the common trait of producing milk for their young. There are a whole host of reasons why human infants should receive breast milk as their main source of nutrition, from nutritional to economic advantages. It's hard to conceive that an act as simple as breastfeeding could have an economic impact on an entire country, but it's true. According to a study published by the medical journal Pediatrics, it was estimated that if 90% of families breastfed their infants for the first 6 months of their lives, the U.S. could save $13 billion from reduced medical and other costs annually. If this isn't an enticing concept, let this fact sink in. The average family who chooses to breastfeed for the first 6 months can save $1,200 to $1,500 a year on formula savings alone. So how can something like choosing to breastfeed a baby have an economic impact on an entire country? Well, to start, let's talk about the health benefits for the infant. According to the World Health Organization, breastfeeding reduces the risk of asthma, obesity, type 2 diabetes, gastrointestinal infections, urine respiratory infections, and sudden infant death syndrome. By reducing the risk of these health issues, we alleviate the financial burden on families and the economy. But how can milk reduce infections and disease? It's just milk, right? Wrong. Breast milk is composed of millions of live cells, including white blood cells, which boosts babies' immune system, and even stem cells, which can help the organs continue to develop. It contains more than 1,000 proteins that do things like activate the immune system and even develop and protect neurons in the brain. There are over 200 complex sugars that act as prebiotics, which feed good bacteria to the baby's gut, prevent infections from entering the bloodstream, and even lower the risk of brain inflammation. The chemical composition of breast milk is fascinating. There are various vitamins and minerals, antibodies, enzymes, and growth factors, and they all contribute to the health and optimal development of a baby. Breast milk also contains hormones which send messages to various organs in their tiny bodies and ensure that they are working properly. They even do things like sending signals to baby to be sleepy at night and even boost the bond between mom and baby. Speaking of hormones, the simple act of breastfeeding has a positive impact on the mom too. According to the World Health Organization, the hormones that are released in mom reduce the risk of high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, ovarian, and breast cancers. Besides feeding an infant vital nutrients, breast milk can even offer some incredible homeopathic remedies. For instance, newborn babies often get clogged tear ducts that secrete mucus and can be rather uncomfortable. Applying breast milk to the affected area can alleviate the issue. The antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties in the breast milk kill the infection and reduce the inflammation within the affected tear duct. For the same reasons, breast milk can even treat a stuffy nose. A study published in the journal Pediatric Dermatology reported that breast milk was equally as effective as hydrocortisone cream when applied to diaper rash and eczema. This liquid gold can even be used for several other remedies like treating cradle cap, mixing with other foods rather than water, and even treating some minor skin issues for mom. But wait, there's more. Did you know that this magical substance is tailor-made for each child and even changes throughout their first year over the course of a single day, and even becomes specified medicine if the baby becomes sick? During the first few days after birth, the milk that is produced is called colostrum. Colostrum is important because it provides what is considered a natural immunization. It is densely packed with antibodies and white blood cells that will protect the baby now that it is living outside of the protective womb. From around day 5 through day 14, the milk changes to what's called transitional milk. During this phase, it becomes higher in fat, calories, and lactose to accommodate for the rapid growth of the infant. At around the 4-week mark, the milk changes for the final time to mature milk. Here it remains fairly consistent in nutritional content. There are, however, other events that can change the way breast milk behaves. When a baby becomes sick or is exposed to an illness, they pass a cue through their saliva to the mother's body to produce milk with illness-specific antibodies. Similarly, if the mother becomes in contact with an illness, her milk will produce specified antibodies to protect the baby. I'm proud to say that I breastfed my daughter well past her first birthday, and I'm here to tell you that she was only sick twice in the first 12 months with nothing more severe than the common cold. I even used my breast milk to treat her clogged tear duct and a random rash she had once. I could not believe how quickly either issue resolved. Not to mention formula is stupid expensive and breast milk is free. It's no wonder why the American Academy of Pediatrics and the World Health Organization suggest that babies receive breast milk for the first 6 to 12 months of their lives. Even though modern advances have drastically improved the quality of formula, it's safe to say that truly nothing can duplicate the positive qualities of breast milk.